Hi everyone, my name's Michael. Those that don't know me, I'm from Celestial World Australia. I'm the Managing Director, and basically we discuss and we talk about spiritual topics and New Age topics. Now this is episode number 3, and today we're going to talk about spiritual love, what it is, and ways it can transform us. Okay, so the first thing we look at is everyone tends to believe in or tend to search for true love, but unfortunately in life we rarely find it. Some do, some don't. And the thing is, with spiritual love and true love, it has to start internally, inside, because our inner temple is our voice or our spirit, our energy. Okay, so we need to find our inner love. We need to love ourselves internally. We need to have self-reflection, and we need to make sure that we have all those in place so we can work on what it is that spirit needs us to do. Because people every day, we look at the world very two-dimensional. So we look at what we see is basically what we get or believe in. And the difficulty part with spiritual love, you can't see that. It's internally. Some people can pick it up, and the challenge that we have to do is to find that internal love and that spiritual love. And once we find that love, we can then invite spirit into our life, into your inner temple, so they can nurture us. And not only that, they can remind us what love is, and why love is a very, very strong emotion. Because the fact remains, if you don't love yourself, then there's no one will be able to light your flame, your inner flame, that will light for eternity. And that's where spirit comes in, because they are love, pure love, and we need to embrace and bring them into our inner temple so we can have that in order. Also, another thing is we need to do and realise, life for everyone is different. It's a challenge. Regardless if you're rich, poor, famous, whatever, wherever you lie, life has its challenges. And we make choices. Lots of choices every day. Some are difficult choices, others are emotional choices, others are stressful choices, and other choices are done out of love for family, friends, or those that are close or around you. A classic example out of love is someone who is terminally ill. Out of love, we want them to find peace, and that's one example. No, we don't want our family being in pain and misery. We want to let them to go and find peace, and that's a decision made out of love. You also remember that we are only human. We make mistakes, error judgments, and choices. Now we hurt, we feel pain, we feel sadness, loss, and sometimes we even feel misunderstood. So it's difficult for people to get from where you're coming from. And the thing is, it's not their choice to work out where you're coming from. As long as you know from internally where you want to be, and to find that peace, that love, the self-reflection, people will then begin to look at themselves internally. Remember, people focus on physical things that they can see, or touch, or rely on. When you can't see something, that's when it becomes a challenge. You don't know what it feels like or recognize it. And that's why there's a lot of ways we need to work on spiritual love and eternal love. To love yourself, we need to feel all these emotions, feelings, because one day you might need to help someone, so you can understand, share your wisdom, share your knowledge from where they are coming from, because you're open to that, and you felt pain, you felt loneliness, you felt confusion, you felt loss, you felt misunderstood. You can help other people, and that's when spiritual love can spread to one person, to another, like when you throw a rock in a river, and then all of a sudden it starts to ripple out. And that's the whole idea of spiritual love. You start internally, and the rest would normally take care of itself. Now, Spirit gives us wisdom, knowledge, but we need to be open to that as well. Remember, we can't see it, so it can be difficult sometimes to be open to something that you cannot see. And sometimes we hurt, and sometimes we feel lost, and we need help to heal. And Spirit gives us that wisdom, that knowledge, and that stability, so we can understand and learn from that. We all make mistakes. No one is perfect. And spiritual love, when we talk about self-reflection, talks about looking at yourself, not what other people think you should be or look like or act like or behave like. We are individuals, and our path is always unique. And sometimes we have those breakdowns, those stressful, those bad times, to help us return from the darkness into the light. Spirit gives us that opportunity to open up, to heal, to let yourself know what love is. Until you know what it is, nobody else can love you like you do yourself. Transforming yourself is something that we tend to do all the time, but very rarely do people stick to it. They transform and then they just stop, or they think everything's okay. Transforming yourself is a lifelong journey. It's not something that can be done in 5 minutes. It's a lifelong journey, continuous working, continuous understanding, continuing to work within yourself. And then you'll begin to see the world differently. And you got to remember, the future is something that we cannot see, and the future is still unwritten. So it's your destiny. You decide of how you want your future, and that's an important key from Spirit. By having that self-love, that spiritual love, and that connection with yourself, you'll be able to create your own path. It may not be a perfect path, but nevertheless, you're forming the platform. You're building the bridge for your transformation. As I said, transformation does not occur overnight. It is something that you need to work on, and I'll discuss that in just a moment. Ways to assist and help you with transformation. Okay, the first one we can look at, which is very easy and basic to do, is obviously meditation. And meditation does not mean you sit down and listen to music or close your eyes and for 10 minutes or whatever it is. What meditation is to find a place or somewhere where you feel relaxed, comfortable. It could be reading a book. That is a form of meditation. If you choose music, that's fine. Okay. Also, if you choose silence, that's okay. Okay. With meditation, you need to make sure you've got loose clothing, you're comfortable, and you're not tired. Okay. If you're stressed, like parents always tell their children go and have time out. Same thing that we need to do with ourselves. If you need time out, you take that time and you have that time out. It gives you time for your mind and body and spirit to stop and reflect on what it is that you're trying to achieve. Another way is by acknowledging your feelings. When you're angry, you acknowledge it. Why am I angry? I'm sad. Why am I sad? But you need to acknowledge your feelings so you can reflect on it. Again, it goes back to self-reflection. Okay, so you don't upset or hurt someone else or allow the energy to hold you down. Okay, we want energy to be lighter so you can transformate. Okay, another way you can do it is by writing your feelings down. So I'm angry today because, I'm emotional today because, I had a bad day at work because. Okay, and once you write them down, you acknowledge them, you read them out loud, and then you burn them, put them in the fire, and then you release. And then you don't fall back on that feeling or that emotion because you acknowledged it. The fire and smoke purification purifies that emotion. Okay, you still need to continue to work on that. Another way you do that is by accepting spirit into your life. So this is the path I want to take. I love spirit, I accept spirit, I invite you into my inner temple so you can have that communication, so they can help you and they guide you and your clarity is clear. They are good things for you also to remember. Another thing also to do or to learn is to accept those around you. As I said earlier, everyone's different. Okay, everyone learns differently, everyone understands life differently, everyone believes different things in life. Okay, to accept what they want in their life. Okay, not their faults or this or that, because everyone has faults. And no one's perfect. So you need to accept that we're all different, we're all different paths, we all have different purposes. And by going deep within yourself, you can begin to create that purpose and work on towards that purpose. For example, I'm using me as an example, and I've been spiritually attuned as a child, and it took me a long time to accept that, and that I was different. So I had to continually work inside myself to love myself and to say, well, I'm different, I want to work with spirit, I love spirit, I accept the help, they accept mine. And then we work together, and those are the things that we're trying to focus on. Another thing that we'll discuss more so in episode 4 is colour therapy. It's something that we will discuss and ways that can help you with healing. Like different colours can help with different healing, different feelings and different emotions. So that will be episode 4. Now the first thing I'm going to say here is, if you wish to interact with me, like talk to me, you can, if those who use Twitter can go on Twitter and follow me, and my Twitter name is Celestial Oz, so it's CELESTIAL Oz. So I hope people follow me and they keep on learning from me, because I'm here to help and I'm happy to answer questions. The other way people can talk to me is Facebook /World Australia. Is another way is a group that you can also follow, and also Google Plus, obviously Michael Barnett. And I've got 2 community groups. Got /World Australia, which talks about spiritual topics and resources, and also /World Australia Paranormal Network. Talks about everything paranormal and investigations and stuff. So I hope everyone starts to get on board and follow me, so I can help more people and get my message across. So hopefully today I helped you and understand a bit more. I will talk about it a bit more again in episode 4, but for now I wish you all the best, love and light. Blessed be Michael Barnett.